Hello, Twisted. Happy Monday. How you doing, my dude? Hope everything is going okay. Hey, Pope. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. How's everybody doing? Hi, Clover. Clover just learned that Baldur's Gate 3 has a multiplayer mode. I don't know how well that's going to work on your laptop, though, considering what we were talking about this morning. It might just go and I'll feel really bad. How is everybody doing? Happy Monday. I have the first layer on here done on the bottom here. I swear sometimes it takes forever to do basing. You gotta do it in sets. Got part of it done this weekend though. I had to dry brush this bad boy a little bit. The game loaded, okay. Were you able to watch the first little bit? Because there's like a whole opening scene and everything. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Twisted. I hope your kitty's okay. Goodness. I hope they figure out what's going on. You're in options right now on Press Play. Put all your settings down. Shadows for one. Those shadows are super heavy in that game. That blew my computer up. Oh, for the red, I ended up choosing Mephiston Red. I just ended up going with that. It's a little darker than what it's coming out on the screen here, but I think it looks really nice. That's just the one I ended up going with. I'm gonna do a wash over it, so it'll probably dull it down a little bit of... I might do Recklin Flesh Shade, I'm not sure yet. Still debating, Pope. What you think? I think it's coming out okay. It's getting there, that's for sure. I'm gonna go back over a couple spots in Nuln Oil because I want to darken it up a bit more, like in here and in here. In the darker areas, I want to darken it up a little bit. But in all the other areas, I'm gonna do some dry brushing because I feel like it's just gone too low. Bring it back up. Yeah, I feel you there. We went through that with one of ours. He had an allergic reaction. His whole body was covered in hives. And he was struggling to breathe. So we think it was a bronchitis thing. Like his lungs on the inside were completely messed up. Thankfully he did recover, but yeah, it's scary when you gotta go to the vet like that, man. I'm so sorry. I hope they figure out what's going on. I never like to see pets in any kind of anything. Yeah, Berserker Bloodshade, that does some nice red. Ooh, do I? Do I is the question. I have so many is the problem. I may. I'll have to look around though. Yeah, I hope you guys can get it figured out. Literally walking into the emergency vet is at least $500 right there. $300 to $500. Nothing against them. I used to work as a vet tech, so part of me gets it, but also I'm just like, eek. Oh, it's a new paint. Okay, so I don't have that. Yeah, if it's more recent, within like the past 6 months, I most likely do not have that paint. Thank you for letting me know though, Pope. I'll have to check that one out. Twisted, I hope you guys get that sorted, because that really stinks. Hate to see any kind of animal situation going on. Now, for those of you who know, I spent the weekend painting this guy up a little bit just to try to get him closer to where I wanted him to be. And I think he will be good in the next couple of days. I'm gonna do some battle damage on him too. Oh, okay. With cats, sometimes it's hard to tell. It could be anything from appendicitis to something just didn't sit well in his tummy to who knows if you just pick something up off the floor. Hopefully it's something simple. 2 years ago new. Oh, I might have it then. If it's 2 years ago new. Yeah, I might actually have that because we did get the contrast paints. That or it's in Watts' setup because he's got all the fun paints. I'm sorry, Twisted. Keep us posted. I never like to see any animals in any kind of situation like that. I'm so sorry. If I know we're like really far apart, but if there's anything you need, just let us know. Oh, did you catch it? Hi, Mana. Happy Monday, my dude. Look, everybody, it's Mana. He lives. Where you been? In this they do, Clover. Enjoy that. Actually, after this, I might show you the newest episode for Hell of a Boss. Just because there's a Cthulhu situation. Just another Garfield day. Dude, I feel ya. Honestly, yeah. It is definitely the Mondayest Monday, that's for sure. You did not enjoy that? Yeah, that seems a bit much, in all honesty. Well, I will be a distraction for you for at least a couple hours here, Twisted. Distraction, distraction. Watch my terrible dry brushing technique. It... Yeah! Cthulhu for the win. Me and my best friend Cthulhu. That's what I sang every time those creatures would come on screen. Because you run into them a few different times in the beginning. I have not played past the first like couple hours of the game, but you do run into them a couple of times. For Baldur's Gate 3, if anybody is wondering what we're talking about, Clover just started up the game. And let me tell you what, that game has some funny and amazing moments, but some of them are very interesting, to say the least. And every time those creatures come on screen, I'm like, me and my best friend Cthulhu. Even though they're really not your best friend in this game. Well, from what I've seen so far, I don't know how this is going to go down the road. I thought it was me, but ended up being distracted all the time. I am just one big morning slash afternoon slash evening distraction. There you go. Put some paint on your figures. Sounds like a good paint time. The mind flayers, the oh, are they called illithids? Is that what they're called? Literally have not moved past the first bit of the game, where you end up at that first village where you're trying to help the people that are like under attack from the goblins. Like that's as far as I've gotten. I know there's like other things you can get into. I've grabbed a couple of people, but I have not gotten very far in the game. I want to though. That game is super stinking fun. I have quite the crush on a certain vampire. But doesn't everybody? I mean, sorry not sorry, Clover. You're about to be a big fan of a certain white-haired vampire. And I'm not sorry about it. Hey, Elect Man. Happy Monday, my dude. How's it going? Oh, nice, Pope. Yeah, they put it in the game. You may surprise me. You're gonna end up with Gale. There's so many fun characters in that, honestly. From the little bits I played, it's very true to original D&D, and just from things I've heard from other people, which I appreciate, because it is such a vast array of a game that you can play. There's just so much you can do in it. I do look forward to playing some more, just because it's funsies. But also want to play Space Marines too. Hey, Silver! Happy Monday! How you doing? I've played both, but I've still not made it past. And there's a lot to choose from, Clover. There's like druid classes and hunter classes and all kinds of stuff. It is, yeah, super stinking fun. Oh, just looking for a little cuddle in there, Twisted. Poor little kitty. Yeah, Clover, you're about to go down a whirlwind of a lot. Sorry, not sorry. That's for sure. Ooh, getting out of work early today. Lucky you. I hope it's for good things. Oh no, Silver, no! Ew, don't say that. They're gross. That's horrible, Silver. I'm sorry. Hey, it's Monday. It's just one of those days. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just trying to get this awesome dude on his way. I was able to get a little bit more of them done this weekend, which I was very happy about. Sometimes I have a really hard time sitting down and actually getting things done. The ADHD is real. There it is. But I'm excited to see how he comes out. Oh, I gotta get the... What color does this turn out to be? I like doing washes over the rocks. That might not be the color I'm looking for. Oh, maybe. Yeah, let's go with that one. I like doing washes over the rocks to bring like a richness to them. And then I just add more stuff on top of it. So much. Hey, Andrew. Happy Monday. Oh, good morning and welcome to Monday. Yeah, it is definitely a Monday of Mondays, my dude. How's it going? Bugs with guns. That's why I love my Tyranids. Buggies with gunnies. Have an appointment, but I have to cut out even earlier because I got a bit of a headache. Dude, yeah. Between all this weather and all the things happening, enjoy your time off. Nothing wrong with taking a day and a little extra time for yourself. Gotta take care of yourself. Is storming like crazy there? Is it that... Yeah, it sounds like it's coming to that tropical storm. We're getting... Well, we're in Florida, so we're getting like bands that are coming through. And it is driving my nose and my face crazy. My face hurts. Physically hurts. Like all through here, it hurts to touch it. Hurts to... Surprised I don't have a black eye from how much my face hurts right now from all this pressure in the air. Because I'm just like, can't breathe. There's only so much Claritin I can take. Look at that. Look at that ground. Yeah, have a good day with it, elect man. You know, do what you need to do. Had a mini vacation with the wife and your friends at a lake. Ooh, that's fun, Andrew. Did you guys go fishing? I love little lake trips like that. I always end up just laying outside going, soak up the sun a little bit. Even though I have a backyard, I could totally do that in. Oh no, Silver, that's not good. Take some magnesium. It helps you relax into it. I'm sorry. Your intercessor's built? Ooh. Dude, we were watching the Chiefs game too while I was painting this guy. Dang, that was a brutal game, man. They were beating the ever-living out of each other. It was a good game. Crete fan. For tea and snacks. Hey, you know, sometimes people gotta be the snack, and that is okay. It's a Crete getting tea and snacks. It's kind of true, though. That's cool. Do you have any Crete built? A tattoo thingy? One of these days I'm getting a dang tattoo. Barely finished. It was, oh, music and tons of drinking. Hey, also fine. I'm glad you guys had fun. That's awesome. Ooh, be safe, Pope. I'm in Florida. We get a lot of direct hits where I'm at. So yeah, just be careful, be safe. Get water in it. ADHD. ADHD highway to, hey, look, a squirrel. That's awesome. That is the best tattoo ever. Yeah, what Twisted said. Oh. I'm sorry, Mana. Are you okay? Jeez, everybody just needs some ibuprofen and a nap is what it sounds like. Ibuprofen snacks and a nap. That is life right there. Oh, okay, Twisted. I think you did. Or somebody posted one of really pretty looking Kroot, and I was like, wow, that's really pretty. You did! You did post them, and I saw their little spine things on the top of their head, and we talked about it. I do remember those. Those turned out so freaking pretty. I love the Kroot, but I love any aliens in this game. It's like one of my favorite things about this game are the aliens, you know, hence the orcs. And my love of orcs. You know, the huge. Tired of these nail biter endings? Those are the best ones, Andrew. Where you're just sitting there and it's like 1 point, or you're tied and you're trying to get it before going into overtime. I love those games. Hey, Cultured. Happy Monday. How's it going, my dude? It made you giggle, Mana? The tattoo. Yeah, that tattoo's great. Ooh. Oh, you're fine, Twisted. Let me see. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, we checked him out the other day. Oh my gosh. No, man, I haven't picked it up this weekend. We meant to. This weekend was mainly, you know, playing catch up, and we had to get 2 more printers. So we had to set those up on Sunday, and that took a little bit. So guys, check this out. I'll have to switch the camera around so you can see. We got 5 printers now. So starts all the way to the left. Oh, my camera lens is kind of in the way there, but yeah, we have 5 of them now. All the way on the far right, that's where our cleaning station starts. Yeah. So we had to set up the 2 new printers. The 2 in the middle with the dark, those are our newest ones. And everybody's running right now. Woohoo! We had some people we have Blood Angels proxies, and we've almost sold out of the first set that we've got here. So yeah, that's what I'm printing right now is some Blood Angel proxies. They take a long time. They're 7-hour prints, man. Print them in one of the highest qualities we can, so that way they come out really nice. They just take a really long time. Andrew, it doesn't even really matter what color you paint them to what faction. You just have to pick what faction they are, and they just have to have certain models within that faction. As far as your colors go, if you want to paint them blue, you can totally paint them blue, but if you want to play them as something else, you totally can. But it is honestly up to you. The color doesn't necessarily mean that faction anymore. It used to. But now it doesn't. You just got to make sure you have the right weapons on it if you're going to do any kind of competitive play. But like with your friends and stuff and local people, you just tell them that whatever weapon you're using or what faction you're using, and they're usually fine with it. But the typical are the Ultramarines for it that are blue. Those are their poster boys. So honestly, it's just, yeah. Yeah, what Reckless said. It does smell. Cultured resin does have a smell to it. I do have a filter over there to kind of protect myself a little bit because it is mildly toxic. So there is a filter running in the room. But it does have like a underlying chemical smell. Thankfully, you don't really smell it until you take the tops off. The tops kind of keep it contained. I think the new Space Marine game are the Ultramarines. Yeah, what Reckless said. Thank you, Reckless. A happy Monday. Hope you're having a good day. Been trying to tidy and organize your hobby shop. Aw, Carl Finch, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Guys, over on YouTube, to let you know, we're almost to 400. When we get to 500, we're going to be doing a big giveaway on there as a thank you to give back to the community for everybody joining us over on that side. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. We have grown so much. It's all because of you guys, and, you know, we wouldn't be here without you guys, and we really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. But as a way to give back, when we get to 500, we're going to be doing a big giveaway, which I believe is going to be like paints and figures and I think terrain. We've been putting a set together, so we're going to do a nice big givey as a way to give back. Oh yeah, with the Tau. No, the poor Tau. They've gone through some stuff, and now I think it's the Death Guard, right? They've been messing with the Death Guard. Yeah, sub-factions, rules, paint schemes. Didn't they do that to Death Guard? Didn't they just not remove them, but like move them to another faction? They did something with them, I heard. What is Pope doing? Trying to keep your inner exorcist from getting out? What? Don't let out your demons, Pope. Mildly toxic might be the most. Hi, Aaron. It is. It says even on the box, mildly toxic. So that's why I'm like, well, it's mildly toxic. It's fine. I don't need lungs. How many different accounts can you sub with? I mean, Cultured, that is. I didn't hear that, and I don't know what you're talking about. As many as you want, I guess. Once you hit 1 million subscribers, you should paint someone's entire army. I will 100% do that. If we can hit 1 mil, yeah, 100%. I'll paint your whole army, 2,000 points. Let's do it. Let's do it, Andrew. The Inquisition now. I think so. I think that's what it is. They got the buff from their index detached for decent rules. Grey Knights can... Yeah, they did something with them. We were talking about them this weekend. It'll get better chances of winning if we send more count. It'll be whoever, we'll do a live stream and we'll announce it beforehand like we always do, and then we put everybody on a digital wheel and we spin that digital wheel for everybody to see. It's usually one of those free wheel things, so you don't have to pay or anything to do that, because a lot of the wheels that we have on like Twitch or YouTube will make you pay for it, but this way we can get people across all platforms. Whoever is there can say, hey, I would like to be on the wheel. We put it on a digital wheel and we spin it, and that's how we give everybody across our platforms a chance to be like, hey, yeah. Oh, the old school epoxy resin? Yeah, I've heard about that, especially like on your skin if it touches you. This one, not so much. I wear gloves and everything when I'm messing with it. I have a whole setup over there of like gloves, and we use alcohol to clean it off and everything. So I don't like touch anything with it, but yeah, it's one of those, and I'm constantly like washing my hands afterwards because I'm like, please don't touch my eyeball. That would just be the worst thing ever. But yeah, but we clean them up real good and it's fine. And the tops are on, so like I can't smell it over here right now, thankfully. Every once in a while I can, like if I'm removing a lot of them off of the plates, I'll smell it for a little bit, but we've got pretty good ventilation in here for it, so that way I don't suffocate. Wouldn't be on here streaming if I did. Oh, Clover, you might be in that screen for a little while messing with characters, because there's quite a few options on those. Which is nice, but it does give you a lot to choose from. Where do you go to GameStop? Well, actually, you may still run into a person like that, Andrew, but just ask our Discord. If you're ever curious about anything, just ask. I don't know everything about Space Marines because I have a Space Wolves faction that I run, but even then, I'm still learning about them. I don't know everything about Space Marines. That's Watts' territory. I can tell you everything about orcs, though. Orcs and Tyranids. But yeah, there's people in our group that know a lot more than I do, which they've been doing, and I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. So that way he can get everything that he's looking for. Who needs eyeballs? I mean, I kind of need them to paint mana. It's neurotoxic. The mildly toxic label assumes you're in a lab setting with mask and gloves. Well, you know, mildly toxic, as they say. More of a 50k person yourself. Yeah, Clover's playing Baldur's Gate. The Typhling stuff is fun. Between that, I have a half-elf that I ended up running that's a druid. And yeah, the whole background stuff, there's so much Clover. Just have fun with it. Just check it out and have fun. Yeah, named characters from different chapters, like Pope said, you can't really mix and match those. Yeah, 10th is about, yeah, however you want to, like Reckless said. You can even have the custom schemes and everything. There's like lost chapters of fun different painting schemes out there that they have in some of their books. But yeah, you can basically paint them however you want to. Hi, Irish! Happy Monday! And then certain named characters go with certain chapters. So you can't play Gilliman with like Grey Knights or something. So you have to just use the certain characters from that chapter. So I mean, you can paint them whatever color you want and then just get whatever characters you need to run those certain factions. Or you can just try it out first and be like, okay, he's going to represent this character. And that's where like the proxies that we have come into play, because some people will want to try them out first before they do. Nothing wrong with that either. Become a blind... What? What was that? Become the blind samurai of mini painting. Cultured. Get out. A half-elf tree hugger. You leave my half-elf tree hugger alone. It's a little tree huggery is my... I did a little bit. And you know what? Sorry, not sorry. Oh my gosh. Get it, Andrew. I can't wait to see what you do with it. That should be fun. Have you started playing it all yet? Oh, because they're Imperium allies, so they can play with them. But they wouldn't get the enhancements, right, from him? They wouldn't get that because they're allies and not part of the same faction. Or did that change with 10? True, Aaron, true. In that regard, we were the first to don't care what color your army. Was it Tau? I thought it was orcs that were the first, like, it doesn't matter, but maybe that was just the kit bashing with them. But yeah, they just, whatever color you do, it doesn't matter. It's fine. We don't care. All right, we're definitely gonna put some of this in here. I would like to try to figure out how to put some, we have some barbed wire. And I was thinking of putting some barbed wire along the bottom here, just for funsies. Just because. It's gonna happen. Alright, while that's drying though, I don't want to put that down till it's dry. They don't get their stats either. Yeah. Yeah, they can't take the stuff. That's good, Andrew. It's good to do that. She identifies the paint color by smell alone and can actually hear the brush strokes. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh, St. Celestine? Yeah. Yeah, like what Reckless said, they can't take the enhancements and stuff, so they're separated. Had rules where you paint your vehicle red, they'd be faster. That's right, in 9th they did. Forgot about that. And that was the whole reason why I didn't paint my vehicles at first, because I didn't know if I wanted to be red ones go faster. Yeah, I like that, but then I had to play within that faction. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that was part of it. And then with the teeth, and then the blue, and then yellow. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because they believed those colors did things. And that was why that happened. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a minute since I messed with 9, so my brain went... Alright, let's get some paint chips going on here. There it is. He's gonna be battle damaged. Dun, 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 dun. Painting a pile of poltergeist. I thought about doing just bases with just like terrain and stuff on it and being like, oh, it's my purple orcs army. I've thought about doing that. I don't think anybody would let me get away with that though. The red ones go faster. Just a purple was the sneakiest color because you never see a purple orc. Yeah. Exactly. I would love to do a whole purple orc army and then like on the base somewhere it just gives like a hint to what the character is, so that way I know what it is and I can tell them that's, you know, that's the leader, that's this one, that's that one, and just do a purple orc army. I think that would be hilarious. Paint chips. I am always looking for snacks, Cultured. Have you met me? I eat all the snacks. It's because of all that resin. Oh, it's true. Yeah, like red cars. Yeah, of course, Andrew. Purple camo orcs would be epic. Frank, like, I would love to do an entire army of purple orc. Like, oh my gosh, how would I even do that? Like, I wouldn't want to paint their clothes and stuff either. I don't know. It would just be headless orcs running around if that were the case. But if they were purple orcs, like, I could do some indication of their different weapons on there. That would be cool. Oh, you finished them, Irish? Pretty much, Mana. Just a bunch of bases that would have some indication of what is on each of them, like my weird boy or my leader, like if I have a group of 20 boys, one is the orc boy boss. So one would have to indicate the boss, and then the rest of them would be regular orc boys. Like, how could I represent that without having anything on the base? And it's just bases I use. I think something like that would be so much fun to do. I would love to play that cultured. I know Watts would let me do that, just because that's funny. Clover, get them with the bards. Yes. There's a converted orc army out there with a unit of 10 can be posed to look like they're disguised as a rhino. Oh yeah, we've seen that. We were talking about that the other day. There's so many cool things they did that. Had a mini for your character that was an identical base with no mini on it. He was under the effect of visibility. See? Something like that. Like, maybe footprints? I'm not sure. I don't... Like, I have a blank orc right here. Like, how would I represent this guy on this base besides little footy prints? Because I also gotta figure out their weapons and stuff. Like, I know their weapons off the top of my head, but other people don't know their weapons. Or whether or not this is a leader or a regular orc boy. Because I will make that happen. I think if I was able to do it to represent the characters correctly on their bases of who they are, it would be fine. Like even Graz and everybody, I could literally just have the base sizes, put everything on their bases. Like whether or not it's like claws in the ground or something, or their names on the front, but even that, I would rather do it without their names on it, or put boss on it or something. Some sort of representation. You do pastel camo, Navy SEAL style? I do like my boys and all their colors, that's for sure. Oh, for whatever character you do in Clover? Oh my gosh. I mean, true, Mana, true. But I would have to have some sort of representation on there. They can't really just keep me at my word of like, oh yeah, that's a boy right there. Like, how do they know what I'm actually putting on there? Put a bright light directly over him and trace his shadow painted onto the base. Oh my gosh, that would take forever, Twisted. That would be cool, but that, oh geez, that would take so long. Trying to find a way to like do this super quick. Well, not super quick, but quick enough to where I would be able to put it together. Green stuff to make a blanket and shape it to look like it's draped over an orc with purple blankets. Oh, did you just finish him, Irish? Irish just finished the lion. Oh, the neophytes. Heck yeah. Hope those neophytes are coming along good. Oh my gosh, Irish. Here he comes to wreck the day. Yes. Oh, that lion is a beautiful lion. Oh, we are in so much trouble now. So, when are you coming over to kick our butts, Irish? It's not quite doing what I want it to do. Might be too much stuff on here. Maybe I gotta chop it down a level. Space gorillas. It's a if I can't see you, you can't see me version of stealth. It is literally peekaboo. It's orc peekaboo. The guardian's for later, Clover. The guardian in the game comes into play later. I want to take a little bit of this off. I think maybe it's too flat. It's causing like a flat situation on here. You have no armor? World Eaters will always be my main army, but they are done. I don't... Oh, you don't need anything else. They're perfect the way they are, wrecking us all the time. We have like a 99% win rate on those guys. How do you choose wisely? I don't know if there is. I haven't played enough. Does this actually work for orcs? Does the power of their belief make them genuinely invisible? In the orc's mind, it does. It totally works. No bricks, hi! Alright, let's give this a try. Now that it's a little less squished. That's better. It was too flat before. It was just pushing little squares on there and it wasn't working. Bob is not an option. Hey, I have a Bob now, apparently. Mana has named one of my orc squigs Bob. So that is apparently a thing. Oh, you know some German? Your oldest houseplant is called Bob? My best orc boy is now called Bob. Or at least one of my best orc boys. There we go. Now it's working. That took it a second. Yes. It's true, he is the best boy. Steve's still around. I need to do another video. I did a video of him recently. I need to do another one. Every workplace has at least one Bob, Steve, and John. You are correct. And they are all the same person. There it goes. During the Horus Heresy? There's a Bob in the Horus Heresy? A squig named Bob, is it shortly? Is it he's over here. Mana named him. It's my pink orc. Oh, there's the blank one. There's the blue one. Oh no, where'd my pink orc go? Oh, there he is. Here's Bob. Bob out here living his best life. Being a pink orc. Or pink squig. It's what they do. It's a grot. Steven is one of my grots. Oh, I'm working on a commission towel. Giving it a little bit of battle damage. Working on anything, no bricks? Oh, into the lore? Yeah. There's definitely a lot of lore in this stuff, that's for sure. This thing is definitely not lacking in the lore department. Any 40k. Don't mess with John pre-battle. He has a horrible marriage and takes it all out on the battlefield. What? Is that a thing? That's hilarious. Officially passed the character creation. Get it, Clover. Girl, that's part of the problem, is that game's building a character. Because you just end up in this world of just a bunch of different things to build, and it is a lot, that's for sure. I have built so much in that game. I think I've started like 5 different characters, which is why I've not gotten very far. Since 1999. Oh, World Eaters Terminators? I don't know anything on the Horus Heresy stuff. That's going to be all you guys. We do have some Horus Heresy models, and I do have an army that I picked out. It's, of course, wolves. But we never ended up playing it. Oh, you thought Baldur's Gate 2 took forever? This game is massive, Clover. It was nice knowing you. Assault termies? Oh, good. If the movie scene is smooth, then you're gonna be fine. You could probably turn your graphics up a little bit. What lion? What lion that we have? Yeah, it was nice knowing you, Clover. We'll see you in a couple years after you've played that game. Because that's about to take over your whole life for sure. Do we have one? We have so many things, I don't even know what we have. Have you seen it? Has Watch showed you? You have to ask him. The collection is all his. Except for anything orc related. We have a couple. Are you talking about this one? This Lionel Johnson, Dark Primarch? Is it this one? Oh yeah, she's been making this is the collectible one that we have. The Horse Heresy. Lionel Johnson, Dark Angels Primarch. Now you guys can see up my nose. It's for sale. That's the one you want? Want to start some guardsman? No breaks, there's so many cool models out there. It'll be $1 million. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. It's us Irish. It's gonna be, you know, friend discount. Magnus the Red to paint. Ooh. Twisted, I can't wait to see it. Your stuff is so fun to see painted. You want Horse Heresy and Grind? Isn't that the little bit smaller model of him? The lion would be very expensive, kit bash. Oh my gosh. Kit bashing the lion? Bye-bye savings. Oh, it's him in human form. Cheesy Pete's. Hey, Punisher. Happy Monday. How's it going? That's the Forge World version? I think any version of the lion would be just an expensive kit bash. Anthol, hi. Is he? You leave my nose alone. Mildly, it's upset right now because there's a lot of allergies outside, so I can't promise anything, but it is there. And it is, you know, a nose. I can't guarantee how clean it is. No. Don't like half the model. So what, like a mermaid situation with him, or you want to like remove half of the model mana and then give him like a mermaid top kind of thing? AMD, he's cutting to open 2 Marines on his base. Oh yeah, that one, yeah. Isn't that the new one though? Oh, there you go, Clover. Yeah, as you load up the map, that was what I was worried about. Who needs a nose anyway? I haven't heard that forever, Twisted. You could pick your friends and you could pick your nose, but never pick your friend's nose unless they are your close friend, and then they will let you pick their nose. Clover, would you let me pick your nose? Or are we not at that point in our relationship? Clover's like, I'm so glad I live on the other side of the country from this crazy chick. Oh, more like down the center. We can get you a more interesting shield for him. True, Aaron, true. Any goal is obtainable if you're willing to sacrifice time, energy, and your morals. You didn't have to be so truthful. I'll get angry if anyone sticks a finger in my nose. I'm just gonna do that when you, if we ever meet, Mana, I'm just gonna go, boop. Just boop. Oh, about the brain? Are you in the brain shot? If a spider crawled up. What kind of friends do you keep? When you have a very close friend, I like how she just avoided it though. She's just like, if a spider crawled up my nose. She did. Clover, it's fine. Just some mild friend closeness. I keep the best friends. Actually, I have 2 friends. That is the end of my friends. Hey, Mana, sometimes you can pick your nose, you can pick your friends. And then your friend wonders why they said yes to being your friends. I just read what Clover wrote. It is. It is. You made me wake up the puppy. It has to be the ultimate trust test. I don't have time to explain, but I need you to let me pick your nose right now. Oh, you had me wake up the puppy. Oh, no, Lulu, get out of the towel. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, there went weathering for the day, that's for sure. Lulu, did you hear your Auntie Clover? She crazy. She's been watching too much TV with me. Oh, what Clover wrote over on Twitch, you guys, I can't say out loud. It's hilarious. Little puppy, I can't do this with you in my lap because you cray, girl. Oh no, Mana, I've heard so many people have that kind of trouble with their noses after they break them. Where to like plug it up on one side. I know they have like a procedure where they can kind of fix it. Not that it's a good procedure or anything, but I don't know. I don't know how well it does. Punisher, I used to make gaming videos under a different name, not on this channel. Under my Tia Jean, I made a bunch of gaming videos, including like horror games and stuff. But yeah, that's what I was doing for a while. I had an okay following, but I enjoy this. Not that I don't love video games. Definitely do like them. I have had a couple people recognize me from that though, which I appreciate because that was such a tiny channel. But it was a lot of fun. Lulu, what did I do with my rocks? Which is just corkboard. That look like rocks. What did I do with them? I thought they were over here. Oh, they are. They're over there. Boop. Gotta scooch over. Oh no, they're not in here. I lied. I have other things in here though. What are these? I have other those. Hi, baby. I'm sorry Clover woke you up. It's all her fault. I mean, yeah, that's not funny either. The old gaming vids, we did like things like Phasmophobia, Raft, the Forest, and it was just a lot of me screaming at the top of my lungs for fear of my life in a video game, which is it just is what it is. Mana, ew. Goodness, that's terrible. Like, so disturbed. That's horrible. I'm sorry you went through that. Where are my tweezers? Why are my tweezers missing? And Lulu, where'd they go? What'd your dad do with them? Well, here's these. I'll steal those rocks for sure. Girl, what'd your dad do with my tweezers? I blame him. Babe, where's my tweezers? I can't do that with my fingies. My fingies will get all gross. Dang it. I mean, I would too. Mana, that's terrible. Not go back. I was, what? Jaded that watching me play a horror game would be like watching a human. Wait for a human statue to move. Why, do they not bug you? I have a hard time with video games, man, that are horrors. Ooh. I get so startled in those games. Clover can tell you, where the first time I played Phasmophobia... Hey, puppies, stop it. I didn't realize that when you cross the threshold into the house that the sound changed. And it scared me so bad that I had to leave the house and I went back into the van because I was just so scared. It scared me so bad. Well, you're climbing all over the other dogs there, Lulu. They don't like that. I'll tell you, baby. Don't do that. I'm gonna have to use these. I don't want to use those. Just wake up and then hear a female screaming her head off some video game she was playing. The creepy crawlies and stuff don't bother me, so that wouldn't have been me. It's the ghosts and like the scary stuff and like the real creepy things. We would play Phasmophobia, me and Clover, and it was me screaming at the top of my lungs like, oh my god! Here it comes! Dude, in the house by myself in those horror games? Like, the crazy thing is like real ghost adventure things that you go on where it's like, oh, there's a ghost here and stuff, and things move and stuff. That does not scare me nearly as much as a stupid game does. I was oh, I thought you said, Mana, got a sort of coffee is how I read that the first time. And I'm like, how do you have a sort of coffee? You get that coffee, Mana. Hey, Gopher Peyton. Happy Monday. Oh, the flashing lights killed me. And I went back and watched those episodes, and there were flashing lights, girl. It was a thing. Because you were like, I'm not seeing any flashing lights. There's no flashing lights happening in here. And I'm literally dying because of the flashing lights. I'm so scared. Literally dying. Just putting random things on here now. Where did the puppy go? Oh, she's right here. Ma'am, could you, chillax and not be such a puppy? Could you be less puppy? I'm having fun random base time. That's why we did Snack'em so close to streaming time. You'll be nicer next time. It's clearly in the video where it shows the lights flashing, okay? Worked security everywhere from a mall where we had 2 riots to loss prevention, an extremely high-risk store. Lost my ability to be shocked at this point. Aaron, I bet you've seen some stuff where my stuff is just me being crazy and scared of a video game. That real life stuff gets you. Oh good. Oh good, Twisted. I'm okay. That's good news, Twisted. Good. I'm glad your kitty's gonna be okay. Whew. Say a little prayer for Twisted's kitty. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that that's what it is and not something else. Good. Okay. Yeah, that can be fixed. You guys can get some kitty laxatives and get the kitty figured out. Good. You bragged about your role and then failed the next one. Yeah. You said you're playing as an elf? An elf what? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to put this grass down without that stuff, so grass is going to have to wait. We'll leave you here because I'm going to have to go find tweezers. Yeah, hooray on answers, that's for sure. Oh, Punisher, I'm from Florida. I know we have a lot of people in the UK, we have some people in Canada, we have some people in the US, but I am in Florida in the United States. Crazy place. Oh, Twisted, I'm so sorry. At least you guys got to figure it out though, but yeah, like Pope said, hooray answers. That's good. You're Tiefling what though? Oh, Tiefling Bard. Ooh, you gonna have an interesting playthrough. Aaron said, here's hoping that medicine rooters his tutors right out. Yes. Hope so, hope so. Oh my goodness. That's good news. I'm glad to hear that. Like, man, RPGs. Oh, you got some stories to share? Like, what? Let's get these blue lights on this guy. I'm gonna put blue where, well, no, I'm gonna put white where all the blue needs to go. And then I'll blue over it. Oh no, it does have the undertone. Okay, we're gonna blue, and then I'm gonna white. Because it's got a glow in the middle. Okay. Oh, okay, man. That's okay. I'm sorry work's busy. It's Monday. Mondays seem to always be a busy day for everybody. They can be. Cats, the moment they don't feel well, they think everybody views it as weakness, so they get very upset. We used to have a lot of cats come into our office like that, and we would be like, it's okay. They'll be alright. I was a vet tech in my past life for almost 10 years. So I've seen some interesting things. But yeah, poor little kitty. I'm glad they figured it out. From Aberdeen in Scotland, where the sun don't shine very often. Yeah, I've heard it's like that over there in some places. I'm in the sunshine state, where the sun only shines all the time, every day, all day long. What is your favorite story to tell, man? What is your craziest, favoriteest story to tell? I think I just made a friend with a brain. Yeah, it's good to make a friend out of that brain, at least for now. That game's fun, Clover. You're gonna have some fun. Oh, you were one for a year and a half before being a nurse. That's cool, Twisted. Nice. You got a tabby Maine Coon mix. Oh, little kitty. Goodness. We have a domestic short hair of some sort. That's what Jinky is that we've got. And then 3 dogs and 5 chickens. You're a somewhat likable person. Man, and we love you. Coastal North Carolina. And you're still storming. Jeez, Pope, be careful. We have we're getting bands where we're at over here. Thankfully it's like let up a little bit, but I can definitely feel the air pressure coming through. It always gives me a headache. So I'm like, ugh, I can't breathe out of my nose right now. It's horrible. And I'm sorry you guys have to listen to that. I'm trying not to sniffle on stream because that is gross. Ancient White Dragon. Okay. Was it a blue eyes white dragon? Sorry, man. Mountain, North Carolina. Ooh. Me and Watts were talking about either moving up in the North Carolina area or Georgia. We were looking at Georgia so that way it wasn't too far north, because I'm a wimpy wimp when it comes to cold weather. And my fear of North Carolina is it's going to be way too cold up that way. We'll get to it? Okay. Here you go, boo-boo. You want your blankie? There you go. There's a puppy blankie. You just landed your brain from sneezing. This is where the pick your nose thing would come in, Pope. Just saying. Ooh, yeah. I'm guessing out in the California areas out there, they've been having so many fires out that way. Stay safe, please. Many times in movies? Okay, they portray it exactly how certain areas of Florida actually are. But it's not all like that. It's very much, as my husband likes to deem it, God's waiting room is very much how it is here. But the movies aren't untrue. I've lived here pretty much my whole life, except for 2 years where I lived in California. And it's, yeah, that's just kind of how it is here. Western North Carolina gets pretty cold. You might be safe central or coastal part of the state, except for the hurricanes. Well, that's why we're thinking like mid to north Georgia. Is that place good? You mean Florida? I wouldn't move here. We're trying to leave. Let's just put it that way. We're trying to leave. And that's where we're at. Is it okay? I mean, that's just a normal day in Florida, Aaron. That's just what we do here. We just end up with people's faces getting eaten. That's just a typical day in the neighborhood, typical day in Florida. I can't even pretend like it's not. I heard Minnesota is very, very pretty. I wouldn't move down here if I were you guys. All the locals like myself are trying to get out. We're pretty much like, meh, we're done here. It's definitely an interesting place, to say the least. Yeah, that's the other thing, is someone's gonna have to help us. Friend that was stationed in Jacksonville, and he was like, that place is a walking horror show. Like, I can't argue with them. I have no argument to the otherwise. Like, and then, yeah, kinda. Joshua, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Sorry about the horror stories of Florida. Hope you're having a lovely Monday. Yeah, so alligators are literally everywhere here. There is no escaping them. They just are. And if you see a body of water, you just assume there is an alligator present. And that's just what life is here. Have I swam with alligators? Yes. Have they been around me while I've been in water or fishing? Yes. Have they come after me? Also yes. But has that stopped me from doing it? No. Best place in the US? Ooh, that is up for interpretation, Punisher. That compared to the UK, as like an example, you guys have certain areas of certain places and everything feels very close. The United States is almost like a bunch of different countries put together. So like there's areas with different feelings to them. The Midwest is very like Georgia to Alabama area feels more southern than Florida feels. And then when you go up north, it's like a whole different array of people up there. So it really honestly depends on what you look for, because the US is a bunch of different people squished in one giant place. So many snakes. Like, you can wander outside and I can go pick up a snake right now. Like, you want a red rat? I got you. We got snakes. Like, I can literally go outside and go grab one. My chickens have pet lizards in our backyard. That's how many lizards we have here. Nice weather comes with crazy people. Yeah. Like, there's places of nice weather, then there's places of hurricanes, then there's places of earthquakes or snowstorms, or, you know, there's a trade-off. It just depends. My personal place I love is Georgia. Just because it's not too hot, not too cold. You do get hurricanes, but you get like the butt end of hurricanes as they come up, so it's not as bad. But then you get seasons, where in Florida you don't get seasons. I like turtles. Welcome to the stream. As someone that has just got into the hobby, do you have any recommendations on airbrush spray booths? Do I need one if I'm using acrylic primer? Yes and no. You could literally get boxes and like put a box up. I would definitely suggest bringing it outside. Don't use it in the house, especially for getting used to using it. Bring it into like either the garage or outside, and you can literally use just, you know, cardboard boxes. Hey me, happy Monday. And you can do it that way, so that way it's contained without it getting everywhere. But you don't necessarily need to buy like the most expensive thing to do that with. Sorry for hiccups. Yeah, don't. I know some people who do indoors. They'll either prime or, you know, do a little bit of stuff indoors inside. But I don't suggest it, because it can get everywhere, and it ends up in the air, it ends up in your nose, and you're gonna want to use a mask with it because it just ends up everywhere. And that's the best I could tell you with it. And from there, just, you know, have fun with it. You'll figure out the different spray settings on there as you hold it down, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, definitely not in the house, and definitely at least cardboard. At least then it's easier to kind of clean it out. Ethel, Cheap Man's spray booth is a stick with double-sided tape and use the spray can outdoors, literally. Like, no joke. Oh, reason you got a spray booth? Yeah. Like, that would be a good reason, is if you kept it inside. Thank you, me. I appreciate that. He is coming along nicely. He's getting there. I gotta finish up gluing up this base and getting the next layers on it, and I want to try to fit some barbed wire in there somewhere, just for funsies, maybe like spiraling along the bottom or something. Oh, what's the recipe for the model's base? I have, this is cork board that's right here to build it up, so he's got the Captain Morgan leg going on. From there, it is Game Master Scenery Sand that I have used Recklin Flesh Shade Gloss on to darken it up a little bit. I have a few rocks of cork on here, and then I'm going to put a few patches of grass on it to give it a little bit of greenery, and I think I'm going to use these. I don't exactly know what name these are. They are also Army Painter. We can get more of them. And yeah, I was gonna kind of build it up from there, do some barbed wire maybe, get some highlights on this guy, and then he should be good to go. My favorite season? Yeah, of course, turtles. My favorite season used to be summer, and now I think it's fall. I used to love summer. What about you, Punisher? I used to like it because it was nice and warm. I used to like going swimming and stuff, and as I've gotten older and I become an old lady, I don't enjoy it anymore. I like being inside. Prime varnish in your home, but my studio has an exhaust fan and hookup. Yeah. Yeah, if you have like a hookup and stuff that you can do it with, where you're not gonna like hurt yourself with how many fumes are gonna end up in the house, as I sit in a room filled with 3D printers I'm trying to murder myself with. Walking up and down 4 floors every time I fancy priming stuff. Yeah, I mean, 4 floors. Dang. Oh, are you in a complex? Bob wire. Yes, bob wire. Winter. See, I can see where people would like winter. Really, puppy? You were doing so well again. You were just hanging out. The ancient white dragon, the blue eyes white dragon story. Let's go, man. Tufts are the type of tufts. They are... I know they're army painter tufts, and I think... I don't remember which one these are, but these are like a... I know they're army painter. I can't think of the name of them because I took the thing off a long time ago. I know, puppy. Hey, Double Dip. What is this shenanigan that you came back to? I don't know, culture. Oh, you like winter? I don't like how cold it is. I get so cold. Yeah, of course, me. That's what I have so far. And then I'm also planning on putting Battlefield grass on there from Army Painter too. But I need my... no ma'am. Get that out of your mouth. You didn't pick any of that up? Okay. But I need my tweezers to put it down properly. Yeah, she does. Everything goes in the mouth right now. She's so busy. Yeah, what me said. What's everybody working on? I think a lot of people are at work today. Some people are working on some stuff. Twisty getting good news. So what thermal undies and snowmobile suits are for? I have a story. When I was 14, when I was 14, because my sister was 1, my grandmother unfortunately passed away, but we had to go up north and it was negative 12 degrees outside when we got there. Negative 12. As a person of Florida who at that point had only experienced at the like coldest 30 degrees, was the coldest I'd ever experienced up until that point. I went from what was like a mildly summer time, it was like 80 degrees outside, over to New York, northern New York, mind you, up in Herkimer. It was negative 12. I thought I was going to die because it was so cold and I was so uncomfortable. And they're like, we'll just bring you out on the skis and stuff and it'll be fine and you'll just wear the snow. I had 3 pairs of socks on, 2 pairs of pants with 1 pair of sweatpants underneath. I had big old boots. I had 2 pairs of gloves because I was shaking so bad, and I had like 6 tops on because I did so many layers. I did like tank top and then regular shirt and then long sleeve shirt and then jacket and then the beater jacket thing. I was freezing to death. And I literally, after we went out and we went out on the snowboard, I came back in and I sat on the floor where the heat came up, because the heat would come up through the floor, and I didn't know that was a thing until I went up there at the time when I was young. And I just sat there with a blanket over top of myself and I was like, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna be able to survive this. I was outside for 10 minutes, went on the snowboard for 10 minutes, and I was like, never again. Never again. Me, I don't know how you're out in shorts. My uncle does that too, and he's in Colorado, and he'll go out there in the snow and stuff, and he's just like, I'm just in shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm like, how? How are you doing this, uncle? You crazy. You crazy girl. There you go. Like, man, so for context, this is part of a campaign that I've been running since college, which several years ago, the main antagonist of this campaign is essentially an archdevil of my own creation, and they are all about forbidden knowledge, and almost anyone that says his name out loud will die before they say it. So he who shall not be named. The party was climbing a huge-ass mountain to actually learn his name because it's written somewhere at its peak. That's horrible. Like, to find the ancient ruins of a blue eyes white dragon. I'm just gonna keep calling it a blue eyes white dragon. Oh, on here? You could definitely fit like good three hounds, because the hounds are only about that big. So you could fit a hound, and then a hound. You could definitely fit 3 on there comfortably. Ooh, yeah, you were talking about that earlier, the plasma. That'll be nice. Oh, you don't have winter there? Yeah, we really don't have winter here either. It's definitely too warm these days, especially for it. Little puppy, I hear you getting into stuff, and I'm not happy about that. All right, give me a second, guys. Let me highlight these real quick so I don't waste my white paint. Just got a little boop of highlight in these. All right, I think I got them all. As she gets into more stuff. Where'd you go? Lulu! Yeah, the beginning of summer is at least a little bit cooler here because it gets so warm. I don't know where the puppy went. We had a week-long blizzard here when you were young. Ooh, that's terrible. Oh, she went and grabbed a toy. And his name is Bob. That would be hilarious if you went up to the top of that mountain and it literally just said Bob on something, and then the rest of the campaign you think his name is Bob. Could see like evening at 1 a.m. still one of your coolest experiences. I used to go camping in the middle of the winter all the time. Burrow in a cave in a snowbank? Dude, I've seen people do stuff like that where they'll like make little igloos out the front of their houses and they'll just have like little campfires outside. I'm like, but it's also so cool. Like, that's such a cool thing to do. I will never do that twisted. There's not enough money in the world to get me to go ice diving. That or skydiving. I said sky jumping because I just don't want to do it. It's never going to happen. There's not enough money in the world. You have 6 months of rain there? I mean, yeah, here too. Florida, all of summer between 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, you have rain. And it just rains for months. Like, my backyard is so soaked. I feel so bad for my chickens. I keep letting them out and I'm like, please, just, I hope it dries. I feel so bad for them. I was actually talking with Watts about bringing them into the garage or like somewhere else, just so that way they're out of a little bit of the water, but like the entire yard is saturated. Pretty much all at once, Aaron. It's for the entire few months of summer. It's like 4 or 5 months. And then in that time, we'll get a couple of hurricanes, so you get even more saturated. And then you'll go a while where it just won't rain except for in the afternoons for a couple of hours through like spring. But it's like months of rain. And you just get it randomly. You'll see sun and it'll be raining on top of you. There'll be like a cloud and it's all sunny. Florida's wild, man, with some of the stuff it does. I thought she had pulled the toy apart and was eating poof. They've been climbing this mountain for several weeks, and at this point, going on over a mountain, I can't remember if it had gotten to 2 months or not. Jeez, but it was a long time. They had to make checks to climb it and not fall off, and with each plateau, they had to go through an ever-escalating version of a combat challenge. Keep in mind, they were level 6, and one of the fights had them fighting like 3. Oh my god, Alec, man, you're like a AZ that we have in here, just driving everybody crazy. Yes, once. Dude, sometimes, yeah. That's crazy. Hey, are you pulling that apart? Don't you pull them apart. No, ma'am. Come here. I'm pulling your toys apart. Are you that bored? You need to pull them apart? Is that what it is? She's over there pulling her toy apart. Wow. Yeah, we get 112 here sometimes. We'll get over 100. Right now, because it's been rainy, it is 90 degrees out. 90 degrees. And it's been raining. It should be cold. It is not cold. Another combat was an ice hag, making them get lost through the magic and eroding their endurance in harsh ice wind. The final battle before the dragon was a pair of frost giants. Ugh. Jeez. And this was one campaign that you had them in, man? You just turned some random into a mind flayer. Are you still in the ship? I went through the ship so fast. Actually, no, the first time it took me like 2 hours to get through the ship. Lulu, I gotta wait for the next layers to dry, but he's coming along. Next, I'm gonna do all the edges on there. We'll get those highlights and get his base. And then don't eat that. That does not also go in the mouth. Little miss. Little mamsies. What do you think you're doing? What's over there? We're finishing it tonight. They're like, no, it's happening now. You just tortured them this whole time. Elect ban. Oh my god, those poor people. I'm also about to help some lady, you think? Oh, a chick in a thing, and she's like, get me out! Let me out! You really need to see Scotland someday. Just more of the UK in general. It's where your birth mother is from. Next to a Bogus Island. Heck yeah, you get that. Twisted, I would love to go visit there too. I think that would be so nice. Just to see where David Tennant came from. But no, I would love to go over there because that's where our history is from. The amount of museums and amazing things that you can see over there, oh my gosh, I would love to see it just once. Oh geez, Twisted, that's a sad story. David I would love to go to Scotland, Clover, and go meet David Tennant, you know, because that's where he resides all the time and not like in... Oh my goodness, little puppy. You're being the littlest of the puppies. Aw, that's good at least. Here's the issue. I planned for there to be a temple at the top of the mountain worth its own full dungeon crawl puzzles. 10 is staying up late. Yeah, 10 is late. 10 is definitely late. Let's do it right now. I would sell a door just to get out of this country once. Have a good day at work, Pope. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get going here. The puppy has deemed it so. And she's getting into everything. She did good this time. Last time she did real bad. And she was all over the place. Driving me crazy. This time though, I fed her super close to streaming time so she would actually sit for a little bit. It worked for a little while. You can only distract her for so long. I'm hoping that she gets more out of this puppy face soon. From now on, we're just getting old dogs, is what I told my husband. I'm like, this is our last puppy. You want to cap it off with a fight against the white dragon as an epic finish to the story, but that was really it. So I had to come up with puzzles on the fly, so I did, and they were very basic, but they were able to make it through. It's good you're able to figure that out though on the fly. Like, man, coming up with a bunch of puzzles like that, that's crazy. That's cool though. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna go for the day. This guy has to dry a little bit more before I can put the next layers on him, but hopefully that'll be done, and off to his new owner here soon. And yeah, guys, check out everything. Check out the link tree below. If you want to get this towel for yourself, there is a link in the description for it. Clicking the link does support the channel. You do not have to buy what is on there, but if you click the link, it does help support us, and I super appreciate that. We also have the website up and running. The rest of the proxies are being put up there as we speak. I am getting more and more of those up there, so if you're looking for some blood mages, or not blood mages, oh my gosh. Blood mages. I'm talking D&D this whole time. Bloods for the blood gods, you know. The new blood marines. Oh my gosh, my brain just completely blanked. We have some of those on there, and all kinds of stuff. Dogs are fluffy little miracles. I love them. She's a lot. She does this all day, every day, all day long, until she finally passes out. And then I'm like, oh, thank God, I can make dinner. And then she's under my feet. But yeah, we got that up and running. Whatnot, we're going to be doing a Halloween raid train where a bunch of us are getting together and doing raids. I'm coming up with Halloween packages and all kinds of stuff, so let me know if there's anything you guys are looking for. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you to everybody who subscribed and followed, and all our supporters. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Love you guys, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night, make good choices, and smoke bomb!